During the winter of 1903, in a small parish outside of London called Hammersmith, people began to see a tall, pale figure shrouded in white. This figure is said to have risen up from the graves and stalked the living. Travelers spoke of being chased by this figure and feeling icy hands grabbing onto them in the dead of night. This isn't just a ghost story. This is a story of scandal, conspiracy, and murder. I'm Logan.
And I'm Ben.
This is Small Talk.
You didn't really have me until murder.
Yeah.
That's when I'm on board.
This ghost murdered someone.
That is a huge statement. I don't know if you're going to be able to back that up.
This ghost is the direct cause of a murder.
Okay, that I can live with.
Okay.
I'm not one to believe in ghosts. I think I've said that to you before.
Yeah.
Maybe. Like, it's an 80-20. Like, 80%, I think it's a crock of shit. 20%, I'm like, okay, maybe.
Okay, that's fair.
But
I was a ghost hunter in high school.
I remember. I was your friend.
Yep.
For some reason. I remember. I went with you a time or two. I went with you a time here recently. We went out to Mount Zion, remember?
Yeah, middle of the night.
That was back when it was cold.
It was very cold,
time, yeah.
Yeah, stupid. Not shit happened. It was cold.
It was super scary, though.
It was spooky.
Cemetery, middle of nowhere, no phone service.
We saw that random fire in the middle of the woods, and then it was gone when we drove back through.
That was weird. Because we drove down, we got turned around,
yeah,
and we drove down the same road twice. And the first time we saw that, because, it was late. It was like 10.
Yeah.
Might have been even later, because we wanted it to be super dark.
Yep.
And then we come back down, and no fire. Like, no smoke.
Like 5 minutes later?
Yeah. It wasn't even that long.
Really?
We went down the road, and then we were like, wait, we're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
And then probably not even 2 minutes later, we're coming back down through there.
It wasn't there.
No fire.
That's spooky.
That was weird. And there was the unspent bullets.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, we didn't touch those.
No, sir.
Those stayed right there.
My fingerprints were not going to be on that. Anyway.
Anyways,
so try your best and convince me that the Hammersmith Ghost has murdered somebody.
You got it, man.
All right.
The first credible sighting came from a local, well-respected carriage driver as he was passing by the churchyard late one night. It was cold and the fog was very dense. Just beyond the glow of his lantern, he describes seeing a tall figure arise from a headstone. The figure was draped in white, had a, quote, unnatural stillness about it, and is said to have glided, not walked. So no gait, it just essentially hovered across the ground.
That adds a little bit of spookiness to it.
Yeah.
Like imagining this, because, you can't imagine somebody's just lying, like this carriage driver.
Put yourself in his position. There's no security lights. You have a lantern.
Yeah, and there's also no incentive to lie either. Like, maybe if you want to just sound cool to the locals.
Just bored.
Yeah, you're bored. You're like, I'm going to stir up some shit in my town.
London in 1903.
Yeah, there's nothing going on. Like, what are you doing, riding horses and drinking tea? Like, there's not shit to do.
Drinking tea. His horses panicked at the sight of the apparition, and he fled. But in his mind, he knew what he had seen. He had just come face to face with the Hammersmith Ghost.
So he knew he just came face to face with the Hammersmith Ghost? Is this like an urban legend in this town or something? Or was this like where it originated?
This is where it originated.
Okay.
That's interesting. I don't know if this was truly the first sighting or if this was essentially an urban legend up until this point.
Okay.
I don't know that.
Okay.
Anyways, rumors began to run rampant, and before too long, the entire town was convinced the Hammersmith Ghost was fact, not fiction. An entire town is now believing in this ghost.
Yeah, okay. If somebody I respect comes to me and is like, dude, look, believe me or don't, I saw a ghost the other night.
Yeah. This isn't just anybody. This is the carriage driver.
Yeah, this is somebody who people...
I'm assuming that means a lot back then.
Back then, yeah. If nowadays you tell me you're a carriage driver, I'd be like, well,
I drive for Uber. I'm assuming that's what that means.
Well, look, respectable career. It takes a lot. You give me a look like it's not. Look, any career is a respectable career.
Hey, I delivered food during COVID.
You did do DoorDash, didn't you?
Postmates.
Or Postmates, that's right.
Postmates.
Yeah.
I had a
Well, during COVID though, that was probably a pretty solid income.
I had a full-time job.
Yeah. Nowadays, maybe not so much. I don't know. Like, would it?
I don't know.
I wonder if it's still as big as it was during COVID. Because during COVID, even I was ordering food all the time.
At the store, like those people that come in and pick up groceries for people, like that's their job. They do that for their money, for their living.
Yeah. So, which, I mean, I imagine they're making, which, I mean, hopefully enough to pay the bills, but...
Gotta be making enough to pay the bills here in this town.
Yeah.
I mean...
I don't know, dude. It's expensive to live here.
Yeah, kind of.
Anyway, we won't get into that.
Yeah, whatever. Shortly after the carriage man's encounter, the ghost claimed its first life.
First life?
First life.
Okay.
A woman was walking home alone one night. She walked past the churchyard where she had allegedly encountered the ghost. The ghost was described exactly the same way. Unnaturally still, it glided, and it was draped in white. The ghost turned its head towards the woman, and she is said to have fainted out of shock. Within days, the woman is said to have passed due to shock, which apparently never left her after the encounter.
So, the ghost, it didn't technically kill her.
I mean...
Her reaction to it killed her.
There was no need for a reaction if the ghost wasn't there.
So, okay, how do we know that she passed out due to seeing it if she never woke back up again?
So I didn't mention it. There were apparently people around that heard her scream. Then they came to her and noticed she had fainted. She was unconscious.
Okay. And so they're attributing that to her seeing this ghost. Probably on the pretense of there's nothing else that would make her faint. And
well, okay.
Was it like a heart attack situation, or did she literally just die from shock?
We'll never know. We'll never know. She was in the churchyard right after the carriage man saw this ghost.
Yeah.
They found her unconscious, and she died.
I mean, it's hard to think anything
Ghost
else.
1, townspeople 0.
Yeah, it is hard to imagine. It's like you put yourself in the mind of somebody in this village at this point. You're like, man, carriage driver just saw this thing, not too much longer after this. Yeah. In that exact same spot, a woman is dead because she was so frightened by something that she died.
I'm assuming, like, it's 1903, like, medically they're not as advanced, but surely you see a stab wound or blunt force trauma to the head. Like, you see something that would describe how she died.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, there's definitely... Like, there's no modern medicine, but there are, like, practices.
Yeah.
You can tell if someone's been shot or stabbed or anything. Like, or, like, hit on the head with a rock.
Could have been a heart attack, but it is weird. If that's the case, she had a heart attack in this same exact churchyard that we just encountered the Hammersmith Ghost.
Right, and she screamed. Yeah. Like, normally...
Someone heard her scream.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't imagine screaming is super common with a heart attack. Like, maybe there'd be, like, some weird noises, but just to scream, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
End of the day,
I'm leaning.
Ghost 1, townspeople 0.
You're right. Mm-hmm. I'm leaning. You're doing a good job.
All right. Then we get into the neighborhood watch.
Okay.
After the unfortunate woman's encounter, everyone in the town began seeing the ghost and had stories to share. With everyone seemingly being harassed by this ghost, some men in the town began to arm themselves and patrol the streets at night looking for the spirit. For weeks, these armed posses kept the streets of Hammersmith safe from the ghost, and sightings dwindled. Let me reiterate that.
Okay.
So you have an armed group of men walking around with guns, the ghost disappears.
Yeah.
They're keeping them safe.
So you would have to assume that A, the ghost knows what a gun is, and B, is afraid of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm thinking this might just be like a man in a robe or something. Or what is that phenomenon where, like, remember the town back in like the 1500s or something that everybody started dancing and they couldn't stop?
I heard of that.
I wonder if that's the same thing where, like, one person makes a claim or starts to do something, and then everyone else just...
Like the Salem witch trials.
Yeah. Like, people just start to believe it, and they literally just, like, convince themselves it's real.
Yeah. We'll never know. However, in the early morning hours of January 3rd, 1904, the posse finally crossed paths with the Hammersmith Ghost, and they shot it dead. They killed the ghost. Isn't that great? They killed the ghost. Ghost won, townspeople won.
Hallelujah. The fight is over.
They killed it.
We're back to square one. We can go back to normal life. This is something I would expect to see in the news today.
Yeah.
Like in Georgia or something.
They killed the ghost.
It's like, I shot that ghost dead down there in Birmingham.
What?
I don't know. Just some dumb shit you would expect to see in the news.
The man that shot the ghost was Francis Smith. Francis Smith was a tax collector. I want to reiterate that. He was a tax collector.
/ ghost slayer.
/ ghost slayer. And like many, he was swept up in the paranoia. He felt the need to patrol the streets to protect his fellow townspeople. He armed himself with a shotgun. He was walking near Black Lion Lane. In the gloom, he made contact with the Hammersmith Ghost. The tall, pale apparition appeared in the distance, and Smith raised his shotgun, aimed at the ghost, and fired one shot into the figure's lower jaw.
Okay.
Killing him instantly. It instantly, rather, not him. It's a ghost.
Okay. I will say, this is pretty, I'm not going to say admirable, but like, if I'm thinking, put myself in a situation, I'm a grown person, I have a weapon, I hear there's some crazy paranormal entity lurking the streets, I'm probably not going to be out there looking for it. Certainly not with a gun.
Well, you're not Francis Smith. He's trying to protect the town.
And I think that's noble. Yeah. I think that you're kind of asking for trouble at that point with, I'm sure everybody's just firing bullets at whatever movement.
I don't know what you're getting at. Some people are wolves, some people are sheep. And you're sounding sheepish right now.
How? I'm just saying.
Anyways, tragically, the ghost wasn't a ghost at all, and Francis Smith had just murdered Thomas.
Oh my God. Okay. Well. Oh. Yeah. Well, couldn't have scripted that any better. I was thinking I was gonna say like watch one like end up shooting somebody. Dude, that's hilarious. Oh my God.
So Thomas Millwood, he was a bricklayer, and bricklayers in 1904 wore white linen coveralls on the job. So he was dressed exactly like the Hammersmith Ghost. Coincidentally. He was on his way home from work when he ran into Francis Smith. With the murder of Millwood, the ghost sightings stopped completely. No more ghost sightings. So, okay. Oh, hold on. Sure, okay. Someone died. They scared the ghost away. The ghost isn't harming the town anymore. So, townspeople 2, we're going to take one away from the ghost. So, townspeople 2, ghost 0.
Okay. I mean, I can't argue with it. Not,
right?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Sure, yeah, that's what happened, for sure.
Anyways, a legal case ensued. Francis Smith was originally charged with murder. He at no point tried to hide what he had done or flee the scene. He stayed there after he realized he murdered the man and not the ghost.
Right.
He stayed there and he helped. He waited for police to arrive, all that. He appears to have genuinely been under the impression he was firing at a ghost, which is insane in and of itself.
That, like, if you can convince a jury after you've murdered somebody that you were actually trying to kill a ghost, either A, you've got the greatest defense team of all time, or B, they picked the most gullible jury of all time.
Yeah.
So
that's what I was thinking too.
Well, I don't think there's a way you can convince anybody that.
Well, his legal team is going to take that and run with it because that's exactly what they tried to argue in court. The jury returned a verdict of guilty on one count of manslaughter, which the judge refused, saying Smith was charged with murder. He didn't accept the manslaughter charge. Smith was sentenced to death by hanging as a result, but the Crown stepped in and reduced the sentence to 1 year of hard labor.
The Crown stepped in?
The Crown stepped in.
Did they have a...
I have no idea.
King, queen?
No clue.
I don't know.
No idea. But this case is actually still cited in British courts to this day.
So, he shot a man in the face, claiming he was attempting to kill a ghost, and was sentenced to die. However, the king and or queen at the time said, no, never mind. You can go break rocks for a year, and then you're free.
Pretty much.
Wow.
I don't think you fully understand. He was trying to protect the town from the ghosts.
And I get that, and it seems like he genuinely was. However, we can go back and forth on this all day long. He shot a dude in the face. A hard-working bricklayer who was just coming home from work.
This ghost killed a woman.
I don't think it did.
The ghost killed a woman.
I don't think it did.
Well, guess we'll never know.
I don't guess we ever will. However, my mind is made up. I don't think this ghost was real. I think it was Mr. Millwood and his white coveralls.
He apparently was a jokester about that. He apparently liked to get people riled up with his linen overalls, which, granted, hindsight, maybe don't do that if there are men walking the street with guns.
Wait a minute, so people knew that he walked around with these white...
He was a bricklayer. They knew Thomas Millwood wore this.
Yeah, this guy should have been put to death for sure. You just shot and killed a man for no reason.
He just didn't like the guy.
He just hated him. He's like, I thought he was the ghost.
It's Thomas.
Boom! Oh no, that was Thomas.
I thought I was trying to kill the ghost, guys. My fault.
Like, dang, whoever's gonna take care of his hot wife now? Yeah, okay.
Isn't that fucking bizarre? Just dudes picked up guns because there was a ghost around town, and they're going literally ghost hunting.
Yeah, I mean with weapons.
Yeah. Like,
you could have told me, you know what? I would equate this today with people ghost hunting with like a vacuum cleaner. Like, going around like, oh no, our house is haunted, and just keeping up, just like sucking the ghost up in the vacuum cleaner. Wow.
Oh
well,
my God. That's something.
This was interesting.
Yeah. So, final verdict, you don't think the ghost is real?
No, absolutely not. Okay. I think this was, had Thomas Millwood not been murdered, I think the woman, what was her name? Frances Smith? No, I'm sorry.
I don't think I put her name in there.
Yeah, there's no name for the woman.
Anyway, I'm not even sure she actually died. I'll be honest. That's what they say happened.
Okay.
But there's no name there.
I'm not buying this at all. Absolutely not.
Well, again, as is often my stance, it's not going to hurt to believe the Hammersmith Ghost was real and Frances Smith killed him. The ghost killed a woman.
Take away that last part of the sentence and I may give... Look, okay, I will say, the first part where the carriage driver saw the thing that floated, that's interesting.
Spooky, right?
He might have made this up. I don't know. Maybe it was a plot all along because the carriage driver hated Thomas Millwood. And he was like, well, I can describe a ghost that looks just like Thomas Millwood. Maybe somebody will shoot him. And it worked out in his favor.
You guys aren't going to believe this. He is wearing white coveralls. I shit you not. There's a ghost in white coveralls. If you see him, shoot him.
But he was laying bricks earlier, too. Yep. I swear he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was real. I think Frances Smith saved the town. He's a martyr.
That's good.
Thomas Millwood, wrong place, wrong time. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I would say...
It's not funny now, is it?
Well, all these people are dead now.
Yeah.
They've been dead for... Well, Thomas Millwood's been dead for 122 years, but...
R.I.P.
Anyway, nope. Crock of shit's what I'm calling.
Okay, that's fair.
Good story, though.
That's fair. It's a good one, huh?
Good story.
You like that?
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow and rate the show wherever you get your podcasts. It helps more than you know. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We post episode teasers, behind-the-scenes content, and plenty more weird shit we don't have time to cover in these episodes. New episodes every Tuesday and Friday, though this week we are a little off on that. Probably not going to get anything Friday. We'll pick up with our main episode on the Eric Shit Twins Tuesday. You'll be hearing this on Friday. Find us wherever you get your podcast. Thanks for listening. Until next week, put on your tinfoil, grab a beer. This is Small Talk.
Love you, bye.